I see biography as first and foremost a character reading, and I need to get to know the character who I will be reading. And I do read my characters because I tend to write literary biography, and so what I know about them is what they've written. And so I do a complete immersion in the literature produced by the people I'm writing about. But I also try as much as I can to read between the lines, to see what they haven't said, and to try and understand the person who's done the writing, and to see the relationship between the person who's living and the person who's writing, and try to bridge that gap. I tend not to write cradle to grave biographies. What I prefer to do is to choose a moment of my subject's life that is for me particularly interesting, and to focus in intensively in that moment, so there's an awful lot of material I therefore exclude. So if there are periods of their life that I really don't understand, or a kind of a political or historical context that I really can't get inside of, I don't really have to deal with that. So for example, with in my book about Dorothy Wordsworth, The Ballad of Dorothy Wordsworth, I focused just on 2 years of her life. The 2 years during which she kept a diary of living in Dove Cottage with her brother, and they're known as the Grosmere Journals. And they're 2 years in which she was either most happy or most unhappy, depending on how you interpret the diary. Well, I was astonishingly surprised to win the prize, because I didn't know the book was being considered for the prize, and so I just had a phone call from Flora saying, "You've won," and I was I was just about to give a talk, and it really boosted me. You know, it professionalized me as a writer. I think that's what happened to me. I just kind of a trip switch went, and from having seen myself as very much a kind of an ingenue and an apprentice, I felt as if I had been, I'd been awarded something by really serious biographers and really serious historians, and it was such an honour for me, and I felt as if I became more confident as a writer because of that. And I think that is what prizes allow you to do. I mean, people say, prizes prizes bring in readers, which is of course a good thing, but it's really what the prize does to the sense of who a writer's self-esteem or their self-regard. And I think to feel as if it's approbation. You have a sense of approbation you didn't have before. My advice would be that it's a very difficult profession. You're very, very fortunate if you find an agent and an editor who appreciates what you want to do. And of course, I understand that biographers are driven and they are obsessed, and it's part of their nature. If I didn't write biography, there is nothing else I could do. I'm simply not qualified to do anything else. I would advise young biographers to not give up the day job, and to treat biography initially, or treat their writing initially, as something you do in hobby time. So holidays, weekends, evenings. It is what I did for years and years, and you find that the writing is taking place in the interstices of your life. So actually you're thinking about the writing all the time. You're thinking about the writing as you teach, and as you walk the dog, and as you talk to friends. And so when you sit down to write, an awful lot of work has actually taken place.